Hello everybody. Don't mind Ferguson. He's just being a stinker. Alright, don't mind Ferguson, don't mind my hair, don't mind my weird voice. I think I am getting like allergies or something. So, update on where we're at. We're at 12 days till the due date. 12. It's today the 19th. Yeah, 12 days until the due date. We got a call, or I got a call from. Okay, back up. So I'm struggling because I am bringing. One of my really good friends gave me like a whole bunch of breast milk, and her and one other of my friends who's pregnant is going to try to donate enough milk to cover until Ezra May is born, is off bottles. So, which is really nice of them. So I've already been given a whole bunch by one of our good friends, and I'm going to be bringing it with us to Vermont in a cooler, and our Airbnb host is making space in her freezer. I'm going to bring half, and then either somebody else is going to bring the other half, depending on how long we're there, or I'm going to bring like enough for 2 weeks, or I'll come back, one of us will come back to get enough to last 2 more weeks. So, like 3 weeks ago, we were talking to Birth Mom, or like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, we were talking to Birth Mom, and I had this like preconceived notion in my head, just from talking to other people and stuff, that I was gonna, well, first from like other people talking to our friends and stuff, we thought we were gonna be able to have our own hospital room, and I was hoping to like just bond with the baby. The two of us were hoping, like, I've been probably watching way too many other YouTube blogs, and so hoping to just start feeding her and stay with her in our own hotel room. And then we found out a week and a half ago that the ward in the hospital is so small that they probably won't have a room for us, which is really, really disappointing for me. So we're gonna have to bounce back and forth. So yeah. Then we found out that the birth mom wants to breastfeed, and I guess that's just hard for me to understand and not freak out about, because if I was in her shoes, I'd like give the baby up and then not want to see the baby again. Like, I'd sign over the rights and not want to see the baby. And she's just one of those people, which is probably healthier. She's one of those people that wants to spend as much time with her as possible and bond as she can, and give her all that she can before she gives her to us, which just kind of scares me, because it's always like, well, what if she decides to keep her? We've gotten some assurance, like, I've voiced my concern to our social worker, and she's like, well, I understand where you're coming from, but, you know, a lot of birth moms do, like, they want to give all that they can before, like, they give the baby over to the adoptive parents. So I get that, but it's just not how I would function. It's like not how I deal with grief, so it's hard for me to understand, but I get it. So yeah, and then I guess we've been texting with birth mom, and I guess part of it's just like preconceived notions, I guess, and I don't know. I know she's not like, she wasn't that open to begin with, but now she's like, she seemed over text message, and text message is so stupid, but it seemed over text message like she was a lot more open than like originally when we met her, and we've tried to meet with her again, or at least FaceTime or something, and she keeps shutting that down, even though it was kind of her idea about a month ago. So yeah, she didn't want to do that. So we've just been texting, which I'm not very good at because I like to see facial expressions and hear intonation and all that. So we were texting back and forth, and it seemed pretty good. And so I had really wanted Ezra May to be bathed. They have this bathing where they wipe down the baby, and then they wait a day or two, and then before discharge, right before, they'll wrap them in a receiving blanket, and then wash them with that wrapped around so that they're not shocked by the water or whatever. It's just a gentler way, and it's good for their skin, for infection, to not bathe them right away. So I asked her about it and sent her an article on it, and she read it, I guess, and she was like, oh yeah, that seems cool, I'll ask at my next appointment. So then I guess she went to her pregnancy counselor and told her that we were being, or that I was, because Brandon wasn't really saying much, that I was being kind of overbearing, and she felt like I was trying to take control of it, and she wanted to have control since she'll have all the legal rights and whatever. So we got a call from our social worker at our agency telling me that I needed to back off, and that I needed to just try to fix the insecurity that she was feeling. So I did that, and it seems to be good. I think the moral of the story, or where I am right now, is it's not at all how I pictured it would be, and it's one disappointment after another, and on top of all of these disappointments, it's this thing looming over my head, is she gonna change her mind? And I know it's not the end of the world if she does change her mind, but I don't know. I like the I don't know, smart side of my brain is telling me she's not, she has all these other things going on in her life, and she's pretty sensible, and she knows what she wants for her life. Stupid cat. And so she's not going to change her mind. But then all these things that I thought I was doing right to bond with my baby, and now I have to wait. And I know really probably it'll only be 2 days before she's discharged, and then she'll be with us as an at-risk adoption until the rights are signed over 2 weeks later. But I don't know. It's walking on eggshells, and I'm not good at that. So we will see. The good thing is that no matter how it turns out, it'll be over sooner rather than later. So that's good. It'll be over sooner rather than later. So yeah. So anyways, that's that, and I'm gonna go watch Netflix now and eat some ice cream. So I'll check in with you guys when we find out we're going down. We're gonna try to film it. I don't know. I was gonna try to film it because I thought we were gonna be there, but we'll see, depending on how long she wants us in the room and stuff. We'll see. So anyways, that's that.